ITV, certain.
To tackle insecurity headlong at Utide. TA evaluated an Egas Benin City resident Governor Paulo for ongoing infrastructure development. Choral group delights the Asama of Benin with Christmas carols and powerful Bible renditions. Lagos State Commissioner for Youth presents support to parents of multiple births. Good evening, Niger, and welcome to Network News on Independent Television, reaching you live from the nation's capital. I am Joyce Ikogu. I'm being joined by Sonny Duko Kosun from our Benin Network Center. Hi, Sonny. Hope preparations for the festivities are going on well.
Hello, Joyce. It's a pleasure to always be with you on the ITV Main News. Of course, as you can see, I'm gearing up for Thursday's big day, which is Christmas.
Awesome. And also joining from our Lagos Network Center is Joshua Ukata. Hi, Josh. How is Lagos today?
Good evening, Joyce. It's doing good. Good the network news.
All right, let's set sail. From Abuja Network Center, the federal government has said that there will be no hiding place for terrorists and criminal elements in the nation's forests. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made the statement during the end of the year press briefing on Monday in Abuja. ITV's Abigail Aderemi reports that the minister also stated that Nigeria is emerging years of economic and security strain, stating that reforms undertaken by the Tinubu-led administration is yielding results across key sectors.
With the year 2025 drawing to a close, this press spread put together by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Idris, is no doubt showing government security and assurance. They made the brief announcing the rescue Paris Catholic Church, Papiri, Niger State, describing it as a major security breakthrough. He added that victims abducted from churches and other locations had also been reunited with their families.
It's a sad one. No one wants to see anybody, our school children or anybody for that matter, been abducted in any part of this country. And let me reassure you that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given a charge to the security agencies to ensure that this...
Speaking further, the minister took time to present highlights of the 2025 scorecard of President Tinubu's administration, in that the mission of 20 is to ensure a secure, competitive and prosperous Nigeria.
Our gross domestic product, that's GDP, grew by 3.98% in the third quarter of 2025. Headline inflation has now declined for 8 consecutive months to stand at 14.45% in November 2025. Food inflation, as you also know, is also on a steady downward trend.
Responding from journalists on which version of the tax law will be implemented by 2026, Idris says he is not aware of any alleged discrepancy in versions of newly enacted tax reform laws from what the National Assembly passed. From Abuja, Abigail Aderemi, ITV News.
The Capital Territory Operation Sweep has stepped up efforts to curb activities of miscreants in strategic locations during the Christmas and the New Year celebration in Abuja. FCT correspondent Joy Hakina reports that it at Apple Bridge, Area 1 roundabout, Julius Berger Junction, and Otako Motor Park to sensitize the operators.
As the year winds up gradually, the FCT administration's task force on Operation Sweep have intensified efforts to curb activities of miscreants during this Yuletide season. The team, led by the Director, Department of Security Services, Adamu Gwari, who was represented, visited Apple Bridge, Area 1 roundabout to Julius Berger Junction, and Otako Motor Park to sensitize the operators.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Yenson Wike, has given marching order to the security agencies under the Operation Sweep that every form of criminality to be crushed accordingly. And Operation Sweep have been doing a very wonderful job, like we have seen. FCT have been relatively peaceful and secured for fund Goa and those who have been visiting national centers and sustain on this achievement. That is why we have the same monitoring of motor parks, dismantling illegal motor parks too that can be used as an avenue for one chance operators and abduction of people, and also any place that we know is not that harbors criminal elements, which most of those shanty places have been dislodged already.
The Head Enforcement Unit, FCT Social Development Secretariat, Ukachi Adebayo, says the department so far had evacuated 181 beggars in the last 2 weeks.
We have about 45 male, 77 female, that's the adults. Then the children, we have 58 of them. Some are willing to go back and some are not willing to go back, because they tell you that going back is not an easy because of the security situation in their home states.
From Abuja, Joy Igochie Hakina, ITV News.
The Managing Director of LifeBridge Group and Properties Limited, Dr. Nwaneri Obinna, has praised the company's staff for their unwavering commitment to its values and visions. Dr. Obinna made the remarks during the company's end-of-the-year party in Abuja. ITV's Abigail Adeyemi reports that the event also featured the official launch of LifeBridge Suites and Apartments, LifeBridge Logistics, and LifeBridge Foundation.
LifeBridge Group and Properties Limited, one of Nigeria's leading group companies, held an end-of-the-year party to celebrate outstanding staff for their exceptional performance and dedication to duties. The event also served as a platform to unveil the company's upcoming projects for the new year. The Group Managing Director and CEO of LifeBridge Group and Properties Limited, Dr. Nwaneri Obinna, in his remark praised the commitment of the staff and outlined the company's plans for Nigerians.
The end of the year party is something we've done over the years. It's something we like to reward performance, and acknowledge, distinction among our people. So it's not just happening; it's been happening over the years. So this is just one of the things we've been doing. But this time around, we decided to come more public. We've been doing it in the office and in other ways. In the past, we've gifted out cars for highly performing staffs. There's a Qatar trip for the pinnacle performer. You understand? This and the NDCU award for the year. It's based on a salesmanship.
Next year, absolutely success. Giving back to the society under LifeBridge Foundation, and then LifeBridge Properties to be precise.
The winner of the all-expense-paid trip to Qatar, Mr. Ibrahim Bolaji, shared his inspiring experience and gave glory to God.
I would like to say I just give thanks to the management of LifeBridge and the MD. Like, we are making sales, giving us training and the likes. That's what I want to say about that.
So you just made a trip to Qatar, no criteria, that is what...
Well, alhamdulillah, there are some challenges, but I give thanks to God.
The LifeBridge Group has continued to grow as an institution, showcasing a range of initiatives designed to improve the lives of Nigerians. These include LifeBridge Estates, LifeBridge Suites and Apartments, LifeBridge Logistics, and newly launched LifeBridge Care Foundation subsidiary and uplift. Abigail Adeyemi, ITV News.
On to the network news on Independent Television. We now join our Benin Network Center for the continuation of the news. Over to you, Sonny.
Thanks, Joyce. You can watch ITV Live online at www.itvradio.ng.com/live. Follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, X, IG, YouTube, and TikTok at ITV Radio NG. The governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, says development can only be achieved by focusing on the needs of the people, while attributing the steady progress at the ongoing Ramat Park overhead bridge to effective funding and timely payment of contractors. The governor made the comment when he inspected some ongoing infrastructural projects in Benin City. Government House correspondent Kingsley Uchegbu reports.
The weekend's inspection of projects was greeted with jubilation by residents in the areas visited as they turned out in large numbers to welcome and commend Senator Monday Okpebholo's infrastructural revolution. Governor Okpebholo, after inspecting recent developments at the Ramat Park overhead bridge, described progress on key infrastructural projects as evidence of his administration's commitment to people-oriented development aimed at opening up the city and improving living conditions of residents.
I can't imagine within 9 months that we've gone this far. This is the landing and taking off. It's also completed. It's just now they have to start filling this place. I'm just too amazed with this level of work going on here. Just as I keep saying, the success we are recording is because we have a president that cares, and as he continues to fund us and we continue to pay our contractors, the work will continue to move fast.
Governor Okpebholo, after inspecting progress of work at Oba Market, expressed satisfaction, assuring that the project will be completed within 5 to 6 months.
The contractor is promising 6 months from now this job will be delivered. That means these people will come back to the market. They will shade on the street anymore. And then we move to the other side of the market so that the people on the other side also join these people until everywhere is completed.
Traders at Oba Market commended the administration for the reconstruction of the market, describing the project as timely.
As he live in house, God will vigilate the work when they do. I pray that God Almighty will strengthen him.
Governor Okpebholo also inspected ongoing construction of Ute Palace Road, Temboga Road, Upper Mission Extension Junction by Adoawa, as well as Catholic Charismatic Renewal Road at Ekewa Road, where residents commended ongoing infrastructural development across the state.
Landlord, talk to tenants in this community. You say no, you come and you rescue us. God will bless you and one.
Kingsley Uchegbu, ITV News.
The Benin City Choral Group brought the magic of Christmas to the residents of the Isama Benin. Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Sawawi Benedion with a soulful rendition of the 2025 Christmas carols and 3 powerful Bible reflections. Pius Sissoko reports.
Dressed in white, the choristers joyfully enveloped the revered patriarch in the spirit of the season, celebrating his lifelong commitment to uplifting humanity. It was an evening rich with traditional melodies as the Esama of Benin basked in the warmth and unity of the gathering. Barrister Peter Otaigbe, a close friend of the Benedion family, delivered the first Bible reading from Genesis chapter 2, reflecting the fall of humanity. The second reading, taken from Luke chapter 1, verses 26 to 38, was rendered melodiously by Favor Omobude.
Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee, that thou shouldest eat, and did not say, the woman whom thou gavest to me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat.
The angel Gabriel was sent from God into a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary.
Reverend Father Stephen Dombury concluded the session with a stirring homily drawn from the Gospel of John. He reminded the gathering that through disobedience a curse came upon the earth, but through the birth of Jesus Christ, redemption was made available to all. The message was clear.
When we celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ, we remember that it is because of Jesus that we are able to be freed from this darkness.
As the festive season continues, the House of Igbenedion remains a center of Christmas cheer, with choristers and well-wishers spreading joy and goodwill. From Benin, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
For more on ITV's network, we now join our Lagos Network Center. Over to you, Josh.
Many thanks, Joyce. Moving on from the Lagos State government has officially presented financial assistance to parents of multiple births across the state. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the support is administrative commitment to building an inclusive government that caters to the needs of all residents. Marcelina Nkwo has this.
The financial support parents of multiple, the governor represented by the State Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mr. Mobolaji Ogulende, said initiative aligns with the team's agenda, which ensures that all Lagosians have belonging.
What we've witnessed this morning is our own way of giving back to vulnerable families, but in this case, families giving birth to quadruplets and triplets that have written to us for some support. Yeah, it's Christmas is the season of giving. We have deemed it fit, to call these families in and to give them a token towards the festive period.
Speaking on the development, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Social Development, pharmacist Toyin Oke Osoyin Tolu, noted that is important to the state government regardless of social or economic status.
Is to support them during the process of bringing up the children. What this is, it is a support, and to show that they matter to us, to show that they're important. That's it.
Benefit of the gesture expressed appreciation to Governor Babi Sanwo-Olu and the Committee for Youth and Social Development for the timely support. From Lagos, Marcelina Nkwo, ITV News.
The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, says it has operationalized an expansive intelligence-driven traffic control framework designed to ensure smooth vehicular movement and enhance public safety across the Lagos metropolis during the festive period. The agency notes that the Yuletide season is marked by a significant increase in traffic volume occasioned by concerts, carnivals and end-of-the-year celebrations, religious gatherings, and recreational activity. To address this surge, LASMA says it has operational readiness through the strategic development of experienced traffic officers, enhanced surveillance, and continuous monitoring of traffic corridors, event-prone areas, commercial hubs, and key routes across the state. The manager of LASMA, Mr. Olalikon Bakaroki, has called on owners and operators of event centers, clubs, lounges, and other entertainment facilities to put in place effective internal traffic and parking management arrangements that can adequately patrons within the cities in order to prevent traffic congestions on adjoining roads.
You're still on to the network news on Independent Television. There's more news after this break. Do stay.
25 years ago, destiny whispered your name into my heart.
joining us on the ITV Main News tonight. It was a grand ceremony over the weekend in Benin City when the solemnization of holy matrimony between Osayi Zena Izeyamu and Hayford Osayinta Idoekime took place. Wellington Akwadeja reports that the former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosaka Igbinijio, Edo State Deputy Governor Mr. Dennis Idahosa, senators and first-class tradition rulers attended the wedding ceremony.
As from today, accept you, Hayford Osayinta Idoekime, as my husband.
I marry you. I surrender myself to you. Sacrifice.
Exchange of marital vows and administration of marriage oaths on Osayi Zena Izeyamu and Hayford Osayinta Idoekime at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Region 13 on Sapele Road, Benin City. The church was packed full with dignitaries, including the senator representing Edo South, Barrister Neda Imaswe, member representing Oredo Federal Constituency, Engineer Sosa Iyawe, a prominent traditional personality from Delta State, Chief Amami Ayiri, retired and serving Chief Justices in Edo and Delta State, who were on the ground to honor Izeyamu and Idoekime families. One of the officiating priests, Peter Balogun, in a homily urged the couple to build their marriage on God and cultivate the habit of perseverance, especially during challenges.
Grace is not a Bible school subject. Grace is not a message. Grace is a person. His name is Jesus.
The event later shifted to a grand reception at the military hospital on Airport Road, Benin City, in a beautiful decorated tent where guests were lavishly entertained. The chairman of the occasion and the former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosaka Igbinijio, gave a word of advice to the newlywed.
I never win any argument without argument against a woman. So when it's time to argue, it's better for you to listen. And Osayi, as a medical doctor, you must learn to take care of your husband, both mentally, physically, and of course, spiritually.
Senator Neda Imaswe also prayed for the success of the marriage.
Just looking at the demeanor of the bride and looking at her upbringing, I believe that there will be a couple of good.
The couples said they believe in God as they settle down.
I pray we continue laughing the way we like to laugh now.
I really appreciate everyone who has come to celebrate us.
Parents of the couple, Pastor Osayi Izeyamu, Mr. Matthew Idoekime, thank God for the array of guests that show love to their family.
We are very grateful for honoring us with the presence. We thank God for the presence of Pastor Charles Osanowa and the wife. Rock of Ages, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Also thank you, the Secretary of PFM, Pastor Phil Aloji. I want to appreciate the Special Advisor to the Governor of Religious Matters, Apostle Suleiman. I want to especially acknowledge and appreciate the presence of the former governor and his wife of Edo State. My boss, my leader, Chief Lucky Nosaka Igbinijio. I wish them to have a happier marriage than all the marriages before them.
The traditional marriage has also been held the previous day. From Benin, Wellington, Akwadeja, ITV News.
The 2025 Annual Harvest Thanksgiving Service of House of Favour International Church London has been held amidst testimonies and heartfelt worship by members of the congregation. ITV foreign correspondent Roslyn Borame, who captured highlights of the service, reports that it was a moment of deep reflection on the faithfulness of God to families and the entire church, marked by gratitude, praise, and renewed faith.
Melodious praise by Edo gospel artist Adorable set the theme for the 2025 Annual Harvest Thanksgiving Service of House of Favour International Church, London, as worshippers celebrated God's unending grace and faithfulness. In a sermon titled Joyful Celebration, the senior pastor, Reverend Lucky Onaiwu, drawing inspiration from the biblical story of David, encouraged the congregation to trust God for restoration in every area of their lives.
You are a candidate of restoration. Amen. Many years have been wasted. Those resources you should have got in those years, God will make you receive them in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Senior Pastor Lucky Onaiwu and his wife, Pastor Jane, thereafter offered special thanksgiving to God, which follows by various groups and units in the church, including the Men of Valor, Radiant Women Group, teenagers, youth, children, as well as the media and ushering departments took turn to offer special thanksgiving to God. Some members also shared testimonies of healing and abundant mercy in their families.
Thanksgiving is the day of end of the year for you to celebrate, to give thanks to God for all what He has done for you.
We have the reason to thank God every day of our lives. It has been a blessed year for every one of us in the church, and the pastors and our family as well.
The Thanksgiving service also featured special song ministrations by the children and the church choir, adding color and joy to this celebration. From London, Roslyn Evorame, ITV News.
The zeal for leadership combined with genuine entrepreneurial skills formed the bedrock of good governance needed in Africa, not necessarily in terms of monetary proclamation. This was the consensus of various guest speakers at the second edition of the Success Conference organized by the Good News Obayiwana Foundation in Benin City. The report by Albert Abangba is presented by Efosa Owangwe.
The 2025 edition of the Success Conference, which was attended by various stakeholders, provided an opportunity for participants and guests to brainstorm and cross-fertilize ideas for the common good of African leadership. In his opening speech, Peter Asibo encouraged participants to take seriously the discussions at the conference, internalize them, and return home as agents of change. The convener of the event, Good News Obayiwana, said the conference was organized to bring great minds together to chart a way forward for a transformed African leadership.
This has been an amazing event. No doubt people's lives have been changed, transformed, and I can guarantee for a fact that we are going with this mindset that Africa indeed is rising, and we will be that change agent that will build Africa for greatness.
The first and second speakers, Mr. Blessing Okori and Dr. Carboside Osado, were of the view that truly successful entrepreneurs are those who are able to solve societal problems.
If entrepreneurship is meant for you, you will know. You won't be comfortable where there is no growth. You can't stay where there is no expansion. Like you are not comfortable.
If you must be an entrepreneur, you must dare new path. You must solve problems innovatively.
On his part, renowned broadcaster Dr. Sonny Dukokosun opined that leadership transformation is not merely on the synergy between entrepreneurship and leadership, but on the genuine ability to harness both effectively.
The citizens of those countries cannot agree on how they can harness these resources for the betterment of the country or the continent, as the case may be. You also have the Western world influencing what is happening in these countries so that they can exploit these resources for their benefits.
The second edition of the Success Conference, themed Leadership and Entrepreneurship, the prerequisite for African transformation, was organized by the founder, Good News Obayiwana. From Benin, Efosa Owangwe, ITV News.
More stories on the ITV News tonight in just a moment after this commercial break. Please stay with us.
They say time changes everything. After 20...
The new Edion expressed excitement as they danced and rejoiced before the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawori Benedion, who also joined in the dance. As visiting and paying of homage to various homes of senior elders continued, the initiates spent 7 days performing diverse kinds of rites as required by tradition. They were furnished with rules and regulations regarding their new office as Edion.
That I grew up in this community to the point that...
Thanks again for rejoining us on the ITV Main News. A civil society group, Talakawa Parliament, has kicked against what it described as unfriendly tax legislation by the federal government, expected to take effect from January 2026, despite the prevailing economic hardship faced by many Nigerians. This resolution was reached by the group's end-of-year press conference. The report filed by Ogbomo Osamoyi is presented by Efosa Uwangwe.
According to the proposed law by the federal government, all citizens above a specified age are expected to pay a certain percentage of their income as tax, irrespective of the nature of their employment. Speaking at the press conference, the Speaker of Talakawa Parliament, Mazis Kola Edokpayi, described the legislature as an imposition of additional fiscal stress on Nigerians, both economically and socially.
That federal government of Nigeria should urgently reconsider, suspend, and engage in expansive consultations with civil society organizations, labor unions, and other critical stakeholders prior to the imposition of the law, as the people are supposed to be carried along for in policies formulated on their behalf.
The Speaker also criticized the state government over the rising cases of kidnapping, describing private initiative to curb the menace in the presence of a constituted government as a bad omen.
Members of Edo State Security Network should be comprehensively armed, meticulously trained, and adequately positioned within a codified legal framework to effectively and efficaciously safeguard their respective communities. As the only way out of this quagmire is effective community policing. That the vigilante units be redeployed to the indigenous communities, leveraging local intelligence to confront insecurity.
On the issue of electric power supply in Edo State, the Talaka Parliament expressed disappointment, accusing the Benin Electricity Distribution Company (BDC) of failing to meet expectations and plugging major city centers into darkness. During the event, a drone inspector carried out a test demonstration in the presence of members of the Talaka Parliament and other attendees. To round off the year on a positive note, members of the group later hosted a reception. From Benin, Efosa Wangwe, ITV News.
Evangelist Rosemary Ewoma has marked her 75th birthday anniversary alongside her daughter, Mrs. Sandra Igbeneghu, who also celebrated her 45th birthday. The double celebrations took place at St. Lawrence Centre, Bromley Cross, London, and was attended by family members, friends, and other notable personalities. ITV correspondent in the UK, Roslyn Evorame, completes the report.
Joy and thanksgiving filled the atmosphere as the celebrant, Evangelist Rosemary Ewoma, surrounded by her children and well-wishers, was led onto the dance floor. The celebration came alive with melodious rendition by popular gospel artist Vivi Melody, also known as Obi Juju King. Her daughter and co-celebrant, Mrs. Sandra Igbeneghu, joined her siblings and guests in a joyful dance, marking the moment of memorable celebration of faith, family, and gratitude. Both celebrants later cut their birthday cake, expressing heartfelt gratitude to God for life, good health, and divine preservation.
As they come and celebrate with me, they will know Jesus, they will be closer to God, and God will submit all their needs in the mighty name of Jesus.
I'm happy, I'm super excited, and I want to thank everyone that has been here to celebrate with us. May God bless you all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Children and grandchildren of Evangelist Rosemary Ewoma described her as a loving mother, a devoted intercessor, and source of inspiration to many.
We pray that God that has begun a good work in her is able to bring it to completion until the day of Jesus Christ.
I want to wish my grandma a happy birthday. I love you so much.
I'm happy and just excited for the fact that we're able to celebrate another year with our grandma.
Guests traveled from the United States and other parts of the world to London to honor the mother and daughter on the special day.
At 75, Evangelist Rosemary Ewoma remained committed to spreading the gospel, engaging in daily social media evangelism, encouraging believers across the globe. From Catford, London, Roslyn Evorame, ITV News.
We'll take another pause for some commercials. We'll be back with more news in just a moment. Please. Thanks again for staying. As the hospitality industry continues to expand in Benin City, a new food and lifestyle destination has emerged, adding flavor, employment opportunities and social value to the city's growing economy. It is against this backdrop that Stilby Restaurant and Lounge has been officially opened along Ogunwe Road of Ugbo Central GRA, Benin City. Ofure Aneto reports.
The atmosphere was lively as guests, friends and well-wishers gathered at the newly unveiled Stilby Restaurant and Lounge to witness the commencement of full operations. The facility featured a well-stocked bar with assorted wines and spirits, VIP indoors and outdoor lounges, as well as a restaurant offering a wide range of mouth-watering meals including burgers, pastries and local delicacies. Speaking at the opening, the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Solomon Imari Agbontoa, said the establishment was created to deliver premier customer service, quality meals, and a relaxing ambience, while also contributing to job creation and economic growth in Edo State.
We are giving Benin people and Edo people a new face of good customer service, entertainment, way to enjoy good food without no stress.
Some guests at the event expressed satisfaction with the facilities and commended the vision and initiative of the proprietor.
The restaurant settings is very nice ambience, palatable meals available, where you can come and eat your local delicacy, your cultural delicacy from every walks of life. It's why you come and just want to eat your cultural delicacy with a very friendly price.
We are just here to do the betting of Stilby, and it's a very beautiful place.
Everything's top notch, 100%. From the kitchen to the grilling to the bar to the line, everything's 100%.
We came to celebrate with him. Your money, what's the value of whatever you're looking for here?
He has done a great thing, so I appreciate, so I have to be here because I celebrate success.
Stilby Restaurant and Lounge is located at number 23 Ogunwe Road off Ugbo Central GRA, Benin City. From Benin, Ofure Aneto, ITV News.
And now to conclude our ITV news tonight, a bit of sports. The draws for the third edition of the CADA Unity Cup for military and paramilitary organizations, scheduled to kick off on the 1st of February 2026, have been conducted in Benin City. Efosa Wango captured highlights of the draw, reports that unlike the previous two editions, 12 teams will participate in this year's tournament, which is expected to last 2 weeks. And that's a wrap on the ITV news tonight. Thank you for your time. Good night.
ITV, certainly the best.
hours, go for bed.
ITV, certainly the best.
Top of the evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's another lovely episode of your favorite men's rendezvous on television, which is the Guys Hangout Show on Independent Television, reaching you live from the city of Bronx. Yes, of course, I love to call it a city where the king is truly king. Now, for starters, the Guys Hangout Show is a show that, teaches men to prioritize themselves and to put themselves first, and of course to invest in themselves, because it's no news that society looks up to men a lot. A whole lot is expected of men in the society, from protection to provision and what have you. Now, if you don't have to give, you really can't give. Just like they say, you can't give what you don't have. So it's very important that men learn to prioritize themselves and invest in themselves. For that is the only way they can actually have to give to others. My name is Harry Aigboje, and of course it's my pleasure to have you join us on this beautiful episode of the show. Now, to take a look at tonight's discourse with me are two beautiful, two amazing, two viral young men right here with me, and together we're going to be doing justice to the topic. Now, to my far left, of course I always love to start with my far left, is someone who is a colleague and also a public affairs analyst. He goes by the name of Michael. It's good to have you, Michael.
It's great to be here again. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Michael. How's your day been?
It's been great. Wonderful. You look great.
Thank you. And you too.
Thank you.
All right. Seated next to Michael, seated in between us, is a public affairs analyst as well. He's a member of the family. He's a brother, a colleague, and someone who is very passionate about things that have to do with men and masculinity. He goes by the name of Ramsey Uwaila Abu. Good to have you, Ramsey.
Thank you, Harry. It's always a pleasure to be on the show. The show has given us a platform to help correct some of these things in society that needed to be corrected.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a pleasure being here to talk about some of these things that affect us, because what better platform is there than this, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So we have a very important topic before us, right? A very interesting one. It's something that has to do with young men and their finances. Okay, so first of all, like I said in opening, a lot is expected of men. So one of those responsibilities that society has placed on the shoulder of men is the need, for them to meet their financial obligations. And what are those financial obligations? Taking care of everyone around them, right? Of course, a man gets to a certain age and then society already expects him to, lift his family out of poverty, so to speak. If he has a mother or a father, he's expected to take care of, them. And then if he has a woman in his life, let's say he's not even married yet, it's just a girlfriend that he has. Yeah. By default, society expects him, to live up to certain financial obligations, like, giving her money for upkeep. And then, of course, there's this maintenance money, right? Hence, you hear some women telling some men that say, can you maintain me? Can you take care of me? Now, we're looking at how relationships, dating, affect the financial potentials of young men of this generation. Now, why is it that when a man doesn't have money, let's start from there, society doesn't seem to, take him seriously?
Thank you very much for that. Well, it's quite unfortunate that we're in a system, a society whereby the poor doesn't have no words of their own. They don't have a say. You can't talk. In this society today now, we have many persons that are pressurized, all right? Now, if you don't have money, you can't belong. Understand? You can't belong. You know what I mean? Let me be elliptical.
Okay.
You can't belong. You get? So it's so unfortunate right now that, okay, you see, some persons that are so much traumatized to the extent that because they want to belong, they're not doing some illicit, putting their hands in some illicit activities. You understand? So I really don't know, but it's just where we find ourselves. You get? So if we can change that kind of parochial mentality, I can't, because of, see, some persons find themselves in a particular situation which is not their fault. You get? You just have to live with it and, you know, do your level best to come outside from that, you know, from that situation. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay there forever. You get? See, some of these youths today, they don't have to be pressurized negatively. Because you want your voices to be heard, you're going to start, you know, putting your hands in one or two dirty, prescribed on things or the other. You understand? So it's just quite unfortunate that until you have it, before you can, you know, be there among the, you know, the chosen ones, in quotes.
Now, thank you very much, Michael. Ramsey, there seems to be this growing trend, especially in the media space, right? Okay. Of men saying that relationship has become like a poverty alleviation scheme. Right? So a lot of guys are now shying away from relationships. Some will just tell you, see, I'm no longer interested in relationships. Some, you know, have made up their minds to abstain from anything that has to do with relationship because of the attendant effects, because of the features of such relationships. You are in a relationship, for instance, and certain things are expected of you. Even if your girlfriend isn't asking you for anything, even if she's not directing, you know, in her demands, all it takes is just for her to complain about certain things. That, I mean, some of us, some people call it indirect mode of asking. She tells you, oh, my rent is due. Yeah. Right? I mean, I need to make my hair. I haven't made my hair, for the past 2 weeks.
She didn't ask you, but she's asking you.
She didn't ask, but she just, do you understand? And then, as a man, I had a friend that once said that, say, imagine your girlfriend complaining to you and you can't do anything as a man. That makes you less of a man. And this is the sad reality of a lot of men of this generation. How did we get here?
Yes, there are still some girls out there who knows what they are doing. I think I will fault those guys who went for what I call outer beauty, what I call a coconut carrying a human hair, what I call an empty brain, wearing makeups and all that. Who sees you are going for that girl who sees you as a poverty alleviation scheme. If she can afford these things in her father's house, why is she disturbing you with these things? The problem, I know many girls out there will say, okay, if you can as well get whatever it is you are doing with her, having sex with her and all that, why did you decide to go for her? But the truth is, it is not a market thing. I didn't buy it. I am not paying for it. It's not transactional. Thank you very much. It's not transactional. Now, for a man, if you are a man, you should be able to take a stance and say, I will only go for that lady who is career-oriented, who is focused, who wants to do something in life besides depending on a man. Such lady will not give you problems in relationship. But when you decide to go for that one who is looking for someone that will remove our family from poverty, you always have problem. Mind you, even if you have all the money on planet Earth, if you spend today, you spend tomorrow, you spend the day after, human wants are always insatiable. The day you don't have, should go for the higher bidder. Then the next person will continue. There is always this dependence on money. If money is no longer there to oil the engine of the relationship, they should go for another person that has the money so that the engine of the relationship will continue to be oiled and all that. Okay. So the thing is, as a man, you shouldn't start with such relationship. The way girls say, I cannot date a broke guy. I don't know why guys are dating broke girls. What is the first sign of a broke girl?
That's a serious one, because I mean, it's been generating lots of controversies on social media, because that's where we are right now. Some guys are saying, you know, if ladies are saying they can't date broke guys, then I think it's time to start paying them in their own coin. So we're not dating broke girls. So the question is, where will that take us as a people? Because what that actually has turned relationships to is, you know, a trade by barter thing. Yeah. Right? So, I mean, in those days, we heard of most of our parents, our grandparents, you know, fell in love. There was true love. They fell in love without much financial consideration. That was not to say that they didn't care for each other, or that they did not, you know, feel the need to want to buy things and give, I mean, give gifts to each other. But nowadays, these relationships are hinged on these things. Yeah. So if you take these things away from relationships, there will be no relationship. There will be no relationship. So my question is, what does the future hold for young people?
If we continue like this,
there
will be no marriage. The only thing we'll have will be wedding ceremonies. And these days, many girls are even hyping or putting all their hope on how their wedding is going to look like, instead of thinking of how their marriage should look like. And that's because they have tied the whole of their life to the financial status of a man. Sir, if all men can decide to say we are not dating a broke girl, it will bring us to normalcy. It will bring us to what we call real marriage. Okay. No, when the Reverend Father says for richer or for poorer, some people say for richer, he knows that there will be time where there will be what? The worst. It's not going to be good all the time. So this time when things are not working out well for your man, will you still be able to stay? Who is that man that is so rich that at times there will be no hiccups in his life or financial and status and all that? Definitely there will be time when this man needs money. Will you still be there as his wife? So when you start a relationship with money, I can take care of you. Can you afford me? Yes, I can afford you. As if they are products. We only afford things that we buy, we use and done.
Commodities.
How can you say, as a human being, you are asking a man if he can afford you?
Like you are some sort of commodity.
Then you sold your rights, you sold everything, he can afford you, then he owns everything about you. And later you come outside to say you are a feminist. Women should be given equal rights. When you have been bought by a man, you ask if he can afford you. So the problem now is, guys out there, look for a woman who is a real woman. A woman who knows that she is in life, not because she just wants to depend on a particular man, but to make money herself and going to marry. For such women, you enjoy marriage. But if you pick that one who is looking for someone that will take her out of poverty, you will keep spending and spending. At the end, you will still lose her because she is fit for the streets and not for the home.
Not for the home. Okay. Now, we pray that we do not end up with one of those that are suited for the streets. Now, Michael, Ramsey just said something about some men's poor choices. He said that a lot of guys that end up with such women, it's because they actually went for such women. But the question on my mind when he was saying that was, how many good women? Because he said that there are women that do not share that mindset. But the question is, do we have enough of such women to go around nowadays? Do you think so? Do you think we have enough of such women to go around?
Yeah, of course. First of all, I think many persons, many of these females, they're living bogus life. You want sports hits at the outset of the relationship.
Exactly.
When they enter it, they lose their wrapper, they lose their exteriors, because you begin to see the real color.
The real them.
Because at the outset of the relationship, because you are a safe space for them, they will just show you their good side. But when they are in, they begin to show you the terrible part of it, and you start wondering, like, I don't understand, is this the person that I was with? You know, like from your question, you said, are there
good women, enough good women to go around?
Yes, actually there are good women to go around. So you think
men are looking in the wrong places?
No, the thing is that actually there are many women like that can go around. But you see, most guys today, they go for what they see. They're looking for voluptuous women.
Oh wow!
Like when I take this girl out, people will be like, wow, you really select.
Wow.
They're not looking for the interior. Just check out for the lady's eccentricity, how she behaves. Is this a lady or a wife material?
So you're saying, in essence, that some guys are more interested in the outward appearance.
Of course.
You know, like you just said, some of them have this mentality that, I have to pick a girl that will suit my personality.
Good.
The type that, when I step out with her, everybody will be like, wow, this guy chose well.
That is, because of this parochial mindset, they're looking for who they can showcase, who they can flaunt outside, like this is somebody that chose after. You get, so that kind of thing. Now that woman, she knows this is why you actually chose her.
Okay.
You get, but she wants you to keep feeding her like that. She makes that just threatening you, like, if you don't, I have other persons that I can go and be with. You understand? So because of the parochial mentality at the outset, you get, so there are actually many of these women to go around if the boys choose relax, to look the right way, to look the right direction. There are actually very, very many to go around. Understand?
Now, Ramsey, I think, because a lot of times we accuse women of being too materialistic, right? So what you guys have said now is actually, it actually puts men in the same category. Because, if women are looking for superficial things in men, men are also looking for superficial things in women.
Like the question could also be, are there good men to go around?
Okay.
We only have few. The kind of men we have these days are men who like flashy things. who, like he rightly said, who love
voluptuous women.
Women who they will present and their guys will like, you tried, you are a man and all that. But without thinking about the character, the content of this woman. But then there are beautiful girls out there who also have good character.
If boys actually calm down, look, see, for everything there's a reason, right? So at the outset of everything, look out for is this the kind of, like you rightly said, is this the kind of person that will give me peace of mind? See, heaven is a place of splendor, but there was war. So in marriage, no matter how rich you are, there will still be, some sort of problems, you understand? Yeah. So this particular girl I'm investing on, will she become a liability on assets? That should be the rhetorical question you ask yourself.
Should become a liability on assets? That's a $1 million question right there, because I think this is a question that a lot of young men don't ask themselves. Okay? They are easily carried away by the superficial things, the glamour, the glitz and glamour. She's a fine girl, she speaks well and all of that. Ramsey asked the question earlier, how long will this sustain the relationship? What happens when the wrinkles begin to set in? What happens when she's no longer that beautiful girl that you met the first time? What happens when all of these things begin to change? Will she continue to be that person that you met that first time? Now, Ramsey, what do you have to say about what the question I asked him?
Now,
the fact that a lot of guys really can't give a reasonable account of their expenditure annually as per relationship.
And their expenditure is on the relationship. That's where their money goes. See, the truth is, when I see guys trying to make a woman comfortable by spending all his money on the woman, using the word I am maintaining my woman and all that, I begin to marvel, like, do we still have some foolish people in this society? A woman that was giving high latch, she said it's not enough by God. She added to it.
Okay.
A woman that removed the eyebrow, she will remove it with razor and draw another one. A woman that as well decided to increase her bum bum. A woman that as well decided to increase every part of her body just to... A woman that is not satisfied. God was not able to satisfy a woman.
And you think you can.
And you think you can. The man will die. And the woman will continue to live. Other men will continue to maintain her. The truth is, do what you can do. It is not even your responsibility to maintain a woman you've not taken as your wife, you've not married. You are not a poverty alleviation scheme. If she needs all these things, her father should be able to provide it for her. If her father cannot provide, her other brother cannot provide, her family cannot provide, she can't even provide it for herself. Then who said, where is it written in our constitution that a boyfriend must always provide all the needs of a girl? A girl that loves you will never stress you. She will not ask you what she knows that you cannot afford. If she's asking you what she knows you cannot afford, she's trying to say you can't take care of me and I'm moving. Maybe she's saying anything directly. Because she knows you cannot provide this 1 million, for example. And she's asking you for $1 million. She knows you can't provide it. Indirectly, she just needs a reason to go. Then you let her go. And focus on someone that will grow with you, that will help you build your home, and all that. Now, you see, it is not also their fault. There are some guys out there who have so concentrate and value this idea of physique of a woman. She must have this, she must have that. And that's what leads some girls to go for this, is it BBL, BBL, this and that, enhancement, because that's what gets... But the truth is, those guys just want to use you as show off. The love is not there. When it's time for that guy to settle down, he will go to that other girl out there, who they see as Mary Amaka or Christians and all that. That's the girl he wants to make the mother of his unborn kids. Then the other one is for show off, for showmanship and all that. So they should know that a man that really loves you will not want you to go under the knife just because he wants you to add more flesh to what God has given you. It is from the heart that you actually see the beauty of a woman. Who said there are no beautiful girls out there that are well-mannered also? That doesn't mean girls that are well-mannered that are not beautiful. They are beautiful. There are beautiful girls out there. They are well-mannered. They are focused. They know what they want. You go for such. Okay. So the fault is from some of those guys who make it look like this is what all men want in a woman. That is not what all men want. Men want a woman that will be the mother of their kids. You've drunk with a man, You smoke and shisha like a dragon with him. You've done different things with him. Once it's time for marriage, the man will remind you of your past life and say, I can't marry this woman. I am going for this. And you say, all men are scum and all men are the same and all that. You've forgotten when he was paying you for it. When you were collecting thousands, when you were collecting millions from him, when he was taking you all around the world, you were sitting in front of the car and all that. He paid for it and he got whatever he wants. He's done with you. Now he wants to settle down. You are crying. So girls out there, I think they should see beyond just outer beauty and start working on themselves.
Thank you so much, Ramsey. Michael, he said something that struck me, that, you know, a woman who actually has your interest at heart and who is with you for the long haul will not expect you to spend, you know, extravagantly on her. What that tells me is that, you know, a woman who expects you to spend so much already has an exit plan.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't even see a future with you. Because if she does see a future with you, she would advise you and encourage you to invest, knowing that, you know, whatever comes out of that investment, she's going to be a part of it in the long run. Do you share that thought?
Yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. Now, somebody that really loves you will not stress you, all right? So most of these girls, they know what they're doing. Like, what he said just now, he said, I think, talked about a girl looking for a reason, a purpose to leave
a relationship.
All right. See, most of these guys that are close to their partners, they know the capacity, they know the extent,
the limits,
the limits, the pockets. Okay. You get. So a girl that actually, you know, have your heart, and she will not want you to spend redundantly. So most of these girls today, anyway, let me not say most of them, a few of these girls, like very, very few.
Some of them, okay.
Yeah, some of them. What they do, if they actually love a boy, they point you in the right direction. They want you to, okay, why don't you try this one out since the other one did not work out? Like they push you to your goal. They may even lead you to tears. You'll be like, who is this angel?
True.
You understand? So most of these girls, there are just a few girls, I beg your pardon, just a few girls that have this kind of mentality. Most of them are carried away by these social media material things. Look at what my friend's boyfriend got for her.
Let's not forget about social media influencers.
Yeah.
I just got a new hair.
Yes.
My friends used to see it.
Yeah. So
her boyfriend bought it for her.
You get. So as we're moving together, I was the black sheep. I was the one that was left out. Look at them with their, you know, their exorbitant hair.
She was under pressure.
Just look at, yeah, you understand. So this kind of girl, that is, if Grandma Cooper met me, I would say that's the reddest flag. You understand? Okay. So you understand. So that kind of thing, if a boy spots such error or such thing, nobody should tell you to, according to the balance, to borrow more leg and run.
Okay.
You understand? So a girl that really, really loves you will not overstress you.
All right. Now, Ramsey, what's your advice for young men who are in one-chance relationships?
Okay.
One chance in terms of, you know that the person you're with right now doesn't really have your interest at heart, but because you're already emotionally attached, you don't know what to do to opt out. What's your advice for such?
Let me remind them.
Less than 30 seconds.
Yes, let me remind them, if they've forgotten that you can give a woman everything. Give her all the money. There'll be one bicycle repairer. It could just be a driver. It could just be the vulcanizer by the roadside who is servicing her. Let me use that word. And you are the one spending the money. Women don't even know what they want. They can fall in love with anybody just for anything. So you can be taken as your dogu.
Some women.
Yes, some women. You can be taken as your dogu.
Okay.
Why she would just love the other guy because of the way he looks. So if you think money can buy love, you will spend and spend and spend. At the end, it will still end in futility.
So in a nutshell, money can't buy love.
Can't buy love.
Definitely.
All right, Michael?
Yeah. I think, well, like I said, let me contribute to it. So most of these relationships that we find ourselves in, just do your level best and leave the rest. You don't have to kill yourself. You don't have to pressurize. Like you said just now, you said some women, they found calmness, they found safe space in some certain persons. They can like a guy because of his sexual powers. They can like one because of his pockets. You know, they can like one because of his.
So there's no particular reason why.
No particular reasons. Women are ones just insatiable. Okay. You just can't please them. So just do your level best. You understand, and leave the rest.
All right, guys. I want to say a big thank you for making tonight's edition a success. You guys have been really, really amazing. Well, like they say, a word is enough for the wise. You really can't go beyond your limits. Every human being has a limit. okay? And the moment you begin to try to stretch your limits, that's when you begin to wear yourself out. And then the moment you're done, she would leave you for the next person. Okay, so just like they've said, if there's anything I can take away from what they've said so far, is the fact that you can't please anyone, not just women, okay? You can't please anyone. Human wants are insatiable. Where you stop is where somebody else is going to begin. So why not just do the best that you can? And just like Michael said, the person that loves you will not stress you. Seriously. Whoever loves you will not stress you. If that person you are dating is stressing you, just know that the person is not for you. And you'll be doing yourself a world of good to walk out of that relationship. It's been the Guys Hangout Show on Independent Television. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you out there. A big thank you to the gentlemen in the house for making today a success. My name is Harry Agboje, and until I come your way again, same time, same station next week, ensure you make every single day of your life count. Do have yourself a beautiful night rest. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain, which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best.
certainly the best.
Hello viewers, welcome to Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. A lot is currently happening in Nigeria, especially in the area of insecurity. So we're going to be looking at the life sentence that was actually given to the IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and the possible socio-political implications that it's going to be having in the country. I am Caroline Okonji on Viewpoint. So let's go talk to some of our resource persons and residents of Edo State to hear what their reactions going to be about this particular topic. I am Caroline once again on Viewpoint.
I'm not surprised I was given a life sentence. In fact, I would say that it's even lucky. Because you know, at a point during the trial, he disposed of his team of lawyers. He said he wanted to defend himself. You are not a lawyer, you are standing trial, a trial that the punishment is either life imprisonment or death. So I would say that it's even lucky. At the end of the day, the judge opted to give him life imprisonment in spite of all the provocations, insulting the judges, insulting the lawyers and all that. I think the punishment was even fair on him. You understand? That's the way I look at it. Then if we are talking about the political implication, of course, one would have expected that the president, being that they've actually, at times, they try to talk peace with Boko Haram terrorists, they try to make peace with bandits that are busy ravaging the northern part of the country. One would have expected that he should have also been given an olive leaf to ensure that there will be peace in the east. Because whether you like it or not, he has thousands or millions of sympathizers that are in the east, especially in the east. Even around the world, you also have some people that are actually very sympathetic to whatever is agitating for, whether rightly or wrongly. So I would have expected the president to leverage on that issue by granting him that amnesty, just like the way they did to Igboho and co. Because of course, at a point, those ones were also agitating in the western part of the country. He was able to give them, he was able to settle with them, just as we also had with men in the southern side of the Sassas of the country. We also, Yaradua then, when he was alive, was able to grant them amnesty to ensure that there was peace there. Nobody was disturbing the pipelines and everything was going very fine. So I would have expected that this administration would have tried to leverage on that in order to create that enough peace in the east. Because as we are still talking, the sit-at-home order that they are giving is still very relevant, is still being enforced in some states in the east, like especially in Owerri, Imo State. They still observe it. In some other states, they also observe it. So people, even when you want to travel to the east now, you become very apprehensive because you know that you don't know what will happen because of that sit-at-home order and all that. So I felt that the federal government should have leveraged on that. But for him to have said he wanted to defend himself, we as lawyers, immediately made that decision, we knew that there was nothing that was going to save him. Because no matter how you feel that you know the law, you cannot know the law like a lawyer. You know, the lawyers would have been able to look at his the case that was presented by the prosecution and be able to raise a very good, robust defense, raise enough maybe probably discrepancies and loopholes in the prosecution's defense that would have warranted him being maybe being discharged and acquitted of this offense. But he opted to say he wanted to defend himself, that he never needed lawyers again, and this is where we are. Since the trial started, even when he has been convicted now, we have actually not seen an upsurge in the security situation in the East. So it seems as if people have also accepted that he has been convicted and nobody's saying anything. For now, I don't know. It's possible they might have plans to say they want to come out to the street, or to have plans to start demonstrating, or maybe attacking government and government institutions and all that. Nobody knows. But for the now, it has actually not affected anything. It has not increased the insecurity in those regions more than where it was before. It has not at all.
I want to say that the sentence given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the judgment itself and the sentence that followed from the judgment, they were very fair to him, very fair. Ordinarily, the law provides for a death sentence for such an offense, but the judge in his wisdom decided to give him life imprisonment, which is still a subject of controversy in the legal sphere. Now, the question should be, did the judgment flow from the facts, evidence before court? And the answer that will follow is yes. When a prosecution closes its case, they've learned evidence as to how they allude or claim that a person committed an offense. It is the duty of that person to allow himself, by way of calling witnesses, to debunk what the prosecutor has said. But what the defendant, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did was to choose, rather than defend himself, he chose to attack the court, was questioning the court at every point, challenging the court's authority over him. That's not how a trial proceeds, and the judge had no choice at that point but to bring his defense to an end, since obviously his action, he's saying that he doesn't have a defense. So the court in his wisdom brought his defense to an end and went ahead to move the matter straight for judgment, since there was really nothing to defend anymore. And when he was also asked to make a written address, rather than make written address, he brought a motion upon which he attached an address. It is that address the court now took as his further address in the matter. So the judgment itself, to me, is sound. Now, coming to the circumstances of security challenge in this country, whether that judgment will aggravate security challenge in this country, I will tell you, security situation in this country is already bad. So we should not, with this our fear of, if I take this step, security challenge will increase. If I take that step, security challenge, that is what has aggravated the security situation in this country. Each step we take, we are looking at, one person, every person, somebody must be offended. That's the truth. As a leader, you are not there to go and serve ice cream. Your job is to go there and deliver justice, no matter whose horse is God. If it is the Igbo man today, give justice to and against him where it's not necessary. If it's an Hausa man, do the same. If it's a Yoruba man, do the same. That is the only issue. The problem people are having is that while you are imprisoning and sentencing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are begging and placarding the Fulanis that are and other tribes that are presently causing mayhem in this country, because we have seen them. Because people they try to say, the filmmaker that made the movie The Head wanted to just bring bad name to the Fulanis. But we see every day on social media, the Fulanis, the headsmen, they celebrate their actions. And when you see the ones celebrating their actions in the bush, they are Fulanis. They will show you their captives in the bush. So if all the media space is filled up, TikTok is filled up with Fulani headsmen that are keeping people in captivity in the name of they are now in charge of security of this country. They are showing off how much they have decimated the security situation in this country. Then you say we should not talk about their tribe. We should talk about their tribe. Every tribe has bad egg, and it should be dealt with as such. You should not look at the tribe's name. Now you talk about how the Igbos will react. The truth is, the Igbo man has suffered a lot in this country. I will not mince words in saying it. The Igbo man has suffered a lot. I was in Jos Plateau State in 2008 when the Jos crisis was at its peak. Igbo man suffered a lot. You know the painful part? When you will now go to the police station and the court, where you expect to see a large number of persons that were arrested, you will see them today that over 300 persons are in custody. Come next week, nobody is there. No trial takes place. It's as if we treat this security situation as if it's just two fighting. Two people fought yesterday. We just say, don't do it again. We pat them at the back and go home. People die. Somebody has died. It's not a case of two people fought. It's not a serious offense that must be dealt with. with all the importance attached to it. In America, one person went and killed somebody in front of the White House there. Killed somebody there. If you see the way the government took it, it's as if they took it as if it is the whole war, as if it was a war. They gave it all the seriousness required. But here, when somebody is killed here, we treat it as if it's foul that was killed. When two people, the government will just treat it as if take for example the way they dealt with this Akure, is it Kwara State church kidnapping, where people with people with firearms, brandishing firearms, come into a church and started committing havoc, wreaking havoc, shooting at people. Then they took some away. Then the next day, the government came out proudly, with a shame, to say they are happy to announce that they have rescued these people. Then why, after rescuing, what did you now do to those who came to commit the offense?
In my opinion, it's very, very unfortunate that the Nigerian society has degenerated to this extent that we find ourselves judicially and politically. The silence of good people in the face of oppression and cruelty is an injustice to justice. I will not fail to lend my voice against the political conviction, because the offense or the crime committed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not warrant life imprisonment, because though his actions cannot be in any way justifiable, but when there is an incitement of public, there is a provision for it. And when you talk about treason, there must be an evidence that the persons who is being charged for treason has in any way connived or collaborated or conspired with other persons in quest to usurp the powers of the state. But in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, he only made verbal statements. There was no evidence that he bear arms. There was no evidence that he waged war against the Nigerian state, and there was no evidence that he killed anybody. So why should he be sentenced to life imprisonment when we have seen recently that the so-called repentant Boko Haram who have killed, who have raped, who have kidnapped, who have waged war, who have committed genocide, we are being forgiven, so to say, by the Nigerian state and be infused into the Nigerian military formation. That's to say, they will grant a presidential pardon. These are the persons who have openly killed, who have stealed, and who have destroyed. We have equally seen another terrorist who were arrested, charged to court, and was given just 20 years imprisonment. Meanwhile, in the case of Kanu, someone who have never been seen bearing arms, who have never seen killing someone, who have never seen destroy anything, was sentenced to life imprisonment. I have this to say. This is a political convention, not a lawful or a judicial convention. If it were to be in accordance with the law, he would have been given 5, 6, 10 years, as the case may be, imprisonment, not to be sentenced to life imprisonment. Does his offense warrant life imprisonment? In its entirety, it doesn't warrant life imprisonment. Like I have said, I condemn his actions for inciting violence, but that offense does not warrant life imprisonment. So the Nigerian actors, the political actors, should look into the conviction and the processes so that it doesn't lead to or compound the socio-political unrest in the east, eastern part of the country, and other part of the nation. So the Nigerian state should be very careful, because we have series of insecurity that the state is trying to deal with. They shouldn't compound the problem. I think what the federal government is trying to do, everything happening about Nnamdi Kanu is purely political. It is not in accordance with the law. Yes, the Nigerian government have the right to transfer him to any correctional service maybe for the purpose of the safety, because they are also fearful that the Biafran agitation might also have plans or motive to get into the prison and rescue him out of prison. Perhaps that would be the government fear. Again, I am not also comfortable that transferring to the northern part of the country is also safe or politically wise enough, being for the fact that the northern part of the country and the eastern part of the country have been at loggerhead. We remember vividly respective to what happened during the Civil War. So we don't want a situation whereby even the bandits or those in the north that doesn't have the good interest of the east will also get at him in the prison, because if he dies in the prison unjustly, that will amount to series of insecurity if it will not warrant another civil war in this country.
Treason or levying war against the state could likely take death or life imprisonment. If you see what the consequences of the actions of indigenous people of Biafra has taken a toll on the southeast. Some people have died. They are trying to secede. It's a very serious decision for a part of a country to want to secede. We saw what happened in the United Kingdom when the Republic of Ireland wanted to secede. The United Kingdom fought tooth and nail to ensure that they stop it, although eventually part of Ireland seceded. No country takes it lightly. And so, taking into cognizance the socio-economic, socio-political dynamics of his sentence, it will dampen the morale of every Southeasterner, because generally people are saying that it seems that the Southeast is caged. But I think if Nnamdi Kanu and his group are going to pipe low, then a political situation can be found so that peace can be restored to the Southeast. There's a political aspect to it. The thing is that, is Nnamdi Kanu ready to back down from his agitation? Like I said, no nation takes it lightly when you want to break up the nation. Because if you look at all our constitutional conference, one aspect that has always been non-negotiable is the territorial integrity and the unity of this country. We don't negotiate it. And so we have fought a war before and nobody wants a war. Even the Nnamdi Kanu that he's talking about, was he part of those who fought that war? Most of the people who are talking about the levying war against the state were not part of the war fought in the 60s. And I think that the East should reconsider warming up to the Federation and other regions, stretch their hands across the Niger and shake the Southeasterners and restore them back into the nation as friends, brothers, and co-partners in the building of Nigeria.
Though, if we really want to follow the laws of the land, what the federal government has done was done in the right direction. But we can also say that sometimes the hand the father used to beat the child is the also same hand to bring that child back to the body. What Nnamdi Kanu did, truly we can say it's wrong, because you cannot shout war in a country and don't also expect the consequence. People like related Abiola also suffer same fate when they declare themselves as president, because we are in a sovereign nation, we are in a nation where laws abide. So I think what the federal government did was done in the right direction. But can we say, is it not going to also affect politically? Definitely yes, you can't say no about that. The reason is because Nnamdi Kanu is a voice as we speak. After the demise of Odumegwu Ojukwu, Nnamdi Kanu became the voice that the Igbo people believe in. 60% of them believe in the cause of Nnamdi Kanu. So it's also going to disturb the political calculation from that angle. And taking him to the area where, to me, it's not also safe for the very just now, was also something done in the bad faith. But what I would excuse is that if they put him in Kuje prisons, it's going to be a sort of mecca where people come to visit him. That goes to tell you the type of person that has been arrested. For you to know that if you keep him here, that place is going to be a beehive of activities. It goes to show that person. So I think we will also come to the table of the president to beg, to have leniency, to beg, to say what he has done before can be seen and be forgiven. Because we are in a country where people slaughter, people kidnap, people kill people, show their guns, and nothing is done to those people. The same government that has given out the Kalu this faith will also say those people, we see those people and also negotiate with them, giving them mouth-watering excuses to make sure that what was done to these other people is done in bad faith. So to me, we must be transparent to ourselves. Nigeria does not live in a better tripod. We live in a place where some people carry AK-47s and they are negotiated with, and somebody else is seen with a knockout or a pistol, and the person is charged for illegal possession of firearms. So it's a country where the laws are for some people and the law is for some people. So to me, the federal government should see how best Nnamdi Kanu issue should be nipped on the bud, not to cause another worse-off crisis in that eastern region.
First and foremost, commend the judge for taking such a stand in such a very, very sensitive case. We all knew that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have lingered for this long. I think he was first arrested in 2015, and on and on and on, and the judgment came just a week or so ago. Be that as it may, I think I wouldn't want to belabor myself with the issue of cessationist agitation for states their own right of self-determination, which of course is a rule of customary international law, and it is also enshrined in the International Covenant for Civil and Political Rights of 1966. I think Article 1, Sub 3, that they have a right of self-determination, but there are laid down rules and procedure for that. I think the major charge against him was that related to terrorism on a 7-count charge, and we are looking at the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022. Somehow there are laid down penalties for the offense of terrorism, which of course I would say the judge was fair enough to follow such provisions of that law, even though Nnamdi Kanu was not actually charged under that Terrorism Act of 2022. But however, that would be another case for the appellate court to look into. Then, looking at the socio-political aspect, for now, it seems to be calm. But I am sure that by the time they go on appeal and the case begins to go otherwise, there's going to be a kind of uprising, especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And that may not augur well so much for the security aspect of our nation, especially now that we are grappling with the issue of Nigeria being a country of a particular concern by stating from the American president point of view. Of course, I will say here and now that there are so many windows still open for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for peace to also reign in the southeast. For example, I think there's a rumor making around that leaders, political thoughts, leaders from the southeastern part are trying to lobby the presidency if it can be granted pardon. I think if anybody is trying to question the position of the judge, why will he take such a stern position of life imprisonment? I will say that according to a very good jurisprudential school of thought, he said law can be defined as what the court says it is. So I believe the judge also follow that line of wanting to look at the law of terrorism and see that Nnamdi Kanu is given just what he deserves. I want to say here, as one who is abreast with the law to some extent by the grace of God, from the day he decided to defend himself, that he doesn't need the services of his lawyers, I think that was a very great error on his part, because the lawyers, they have the law at their breast and they have a way of also using persuasive arguments to sway the courts. And I hope that he will learn from this so that during appeal, he will allow his lawyer to take over the case. I think with this little, I can say, I hope that it will not escalate to a kind of uprising as regard to the issue of security, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria.
Having heard all that has been said from our respondents about the judgment that was actually given to the IPOB leader, some are of the opinion that it was a well-deserved judgment, while some are saying that the judgment should have been treated with human face and that he deserved to be pardoned. It's Viewpoints on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji, and bye for now.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.